Hello, my wonderful viewers. Welcome back to the news. In a recent development, the Rivers High Court, sitting in Port Harcourt, ruled that Governor Sim Fubara is legally entitled to conduct business with the three remaining lawmakers in the State House of Assembly who may not have vacated their seats. Now, the judgment delivered on December 20th by Justice Sika dismissed a lawsuit seeking to compel Governor Fubara to represent the proposed 800 billion 2024 state budget to the 27 aggrieved lawmakers. Meanwhile, the lawmakers led by Martin Amaewhule had been embroiled in a dispute following their alleged removal. The case, was filed, and the plaintiff argued that all members of the assembly must be involved in the budget process. However, the Justice Sika ruled in favor of Governor Fubara and the Rivers State government, stating that there is no legal requirement for the governor to represent a budget he has already presented before. There is no legal requirement for Governor Sim Fubara to come and represent that budget, especially to those 27 lawmakers. So the court affirmed the validity of conducting business with the three sitting lawmakers. So Governor Fubara can conduct business. He can present anything to those three sitting legislators. They are the state-recognized legislators. Other legislators parading themselves, going from one place to another, going from one launching to another, claiming they are Rivers lawmakers. They are not Rivers lawmakers. Because even if you ask them, they are not being paid by Rivers government. They know who is paying them. They are not receiving their pay directly from Rivers State government. They know who is paying them. So the complaint in the lawsuit had challenged why the defendants had not resubmitted the 2024 Rivers State Appropriation Bill to the State House of Assembly, led by Martin Amaewhule for proper entrapment into the law. And in his judgment, Justice Sika, after reviewing the arguments from both sides, had ruled that Governor Fubara is authorized to conduct business with the three remaining House of Assembly members who have not vacated their seats. We recall that those guys, their seats have been declared vacant and they are not recognized as lawmakers. So there is no way Governor Fubara can go and present a budget to people whose seats are vacant. It's not possible because they've lost their seats simply by their act of defection. So Wike, had talked about the feud between him and Governor Fubara, where he noted that Governor Fubara is disrespecting lawmakers in the Rivers House of Assembly, but he himself, he knows very well that those lawmakers are no longer lawmakers. So my country people, make una come chook mouth for this matter. As it is now, the court has ruled in favor of Governor Fubara. Governor Fubara can run business with those three lawmakers. He can do anything he wants to do with them, and nobody will challenge him because the court has ruled so. And we know that their seats have been declared vacant. So this includes presenting the state budget, making board appointments, and screening nominees for executive positions. The court then concluded that the suit brought by the Martin Amaewhule group of persons lacked merit and dismissed the application. Now, the plaintiffs were also ordered to pay 500,000 in costs to the defendants until the Supreme Court give its verdict on the issue of jurisdiction, which affects the status of the 27 lawmakers. It is only those who did not vacate their seats the governor can constitutionally approach to present budgets, to appoint chief judges, presidents, customary courts, and also screen commissioners, including the Attorney General, and to make board appointments. Now, these guys that are claiming that Governor Fubara should represent the 2024 budget to the 27 lawmakers who defected. Their plaintiffs, that their complaints, were kicked out. And we know that their seats have been declared vacant because they decamped. So their complaints actually lacked merit and it was dismissed accordingly. And they have also, charged them the sum of 500,000 naira. It was awarded in favor of the defendants and against that of the claimant. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? Now let's take few reactions from Nigerians. The first person said, "This is how it should be. There is no chance for sme. Those Wike lawmakers should just wait until Supreme Court verdict. I believe before the Supreme Court verdict, their tenure as an assembly member would have expired. They will now start another court verdict to get their benefit. Let them be waiting for the Supreme Court verdict while the 3 assembly members will be eating all their benefits. The judge that made the ruling should be rewarded for declaring such an upright verdict, irrespective of the federal might and the consequences of that verdict. That person should be rewarded. Nothing much, but then the matter is already at the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the land. And when they rule on the matter, any group wey lose will go and nurse their injury. And that will end all these governors and their state House of Assembly crisis. This is like a case of PDP that taught APC on how to rig election. Now APC does it better. And this is what fits Nigeria. People in power will not do the needful, only to have regret thoughts when outside. All our past and present leaders are culprits of a very terrible example of bad leadership. Now, you see how life is. Fubara is cashing out and Wike is losing out. This is a very sound judgment from the right side of the brain. So Wike ruled Rivers once with 6 lawmakers. Why is he crying over Governor Fubara? Okay, my country people, these are reactions from Nigerians. The law has spoken, and so shall it be. Yes, some persons might be waiting for the judgment of the Supreme Court, but then we know that that one will take, some time before the Supreme Court will give its own verdict. I know that now that this judgment has come up, an FCT court will come and give its own verdict, because that is what we tend to see in these Rivers cases. But that is just it. The Rivers High Court has given its own judgment on this case. Kudos to the judge and kudos to Rivers High Court. I really hope that the 27 lawmakers will heed to this judgment and stop all their shenanigans in Rivers. I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.